What's up, cheese nuggets? How's it going? It's your boy, White Penis. Anyways, as you guys are able to tell from the thumbnail, yes, this is a movie review. If you guys haven't seen any of my previous movie reviews, I will have the link in the description, and you guys can watch the previous other ones. I give out spoiler free, so if you haven't watched those movies yet and you guys want to know what I think about it, you guys can gladly do so, and maybe you guys will have, I don't know, a mind like, oh, okay, maybe we'll check this movie out then, you know? So, Jurassic World. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I came into this movie with very low expectations, and honestly, I'm very happy that I did. For this series, for this franchise of movies, the content has just dropped like substantially low. And I didn't, honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't watch the second Jurassic World movie. I only watched the first one. The second one came out, I was like, eh. And the third one, I was like, okay, I'll go watch this with a friend. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the movie was very good. Like, if you go in there with low expectations, not even watching the second movie, you're really gonna enjoy it. And so I guess I want to start off by talking about the beginning. In the beginning of the movie, there's this sort of they do a very good job of explaining what's going on in the world. For moviegoers who haven't seen the second Jurassic World movie, you don't need to watch that. Seriously, you don't need to watch the second Jurassic World movie. That, in like a good 2 to 5 minutes, I would say, the beginning explains everything. And you're like, okay, cool. Going into the third movie knowing what's up, right? And it does a very good job, because it's one of those things where, yeah, they keep it very brief and to the point, but still entertaining as well. And I feel like that's sometimes what some people have an issue with, is keeping things to the point, being entertaining. Because sometimes when you're trying to keep things to the point, it gets boring and you're just explaining things. But you know, obviously pictures are popping at you, so of course it's gonna be a little entertaining. It does a very beautiful job of explaining what happened and then implementing that to the third movie. The cool thing about it is that intro scene is from the future of what the actual movie is based on. So like, there's an interviewer talking about what has happened. So then it goes through a memory of what happened during the third movie, and then at the end it goes back to the same little interview, or I guess documentary, back at what was shown from the intro. So I like how it kind of connects. It's kind of like a scroll type of thing, you know. You got the main thick of it in the middle, and the entire movie, I'd say, was phenomenal. There were some cliche moments, but most of those were very, very heartfelt. There was a person in the snow looking at dinosaurs. And you know what, actually, I kind of want to get into the older actors from the original Jurassic Park movies. I don't know where I saw it. I have no idea where I saw it from, but I feel like there was a lot of criticism with the older actors coming into the third movie, with it being like the only way they could market the movie or make the movie any good. I think this was just because Star Wars did a very shitty job at that. They weren't any good with how they, you know, had Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford in there. And so I think people were coming from Star Wars, going into Jurassic World, and was like, oh, well, these old actors are here. That's the only way they're gonna market the movie. I don't know. I feel like I read that somewhere like a long time ago, probably like pre-COVID. So I think I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of criticism before the movie came out. And to be honest with you, they knew what to do with the script for the old actors. They really did a phenomenal job with it, you know. And it's easier too, because it's only 3 people, right? It's only three people from the original movies coming onto the Jurassic World series. It's one of those things where it's a rare thing to see a dynamic of OG actors work properly with the newer actors. And really just to fit so many characters into one movie properly is another thing too. I say it's like a true love letter to the fans. And that's something I wish I could say Star Wars did with Luke, Han, and Leia. But, you know, they didn't do that. And so I'm very upset with that. There's a lot of action in here, right? And the in-between moments where there's no action and just dialogue, they do really good with it, because there are some movies where dialogue is too long, not to the point, too much as well, and very little action. The dialogue for this movie was really just to the point, like, all right, let's get on with it. Let's get to the thickness of the meat. Just the transition from dialogue to action to dialogue to action again. You know, and going back to, you know, me having low expectations for the movie just because of criticisms that I've read. I was just kind of waiting on the movie to just end, but then I got hooked onto it like a few minutes in, and I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig with this, you know. I feel like that's what happened for a lot of people. I don't think I was on a completely different boat, you know. And, you know, one thing I was saying to my friend a lot, the first portion of all the action stuff and everything, right? It's like a bunch of Tom Cruise type of stuff with the first set of action. And then the next set of action, personally, was my most favorite, because you never see this in action type of movies to this extent. You know, most movies don't really do this. This movie did a phenomenal job, and I kept on telling my friend, like, they should make either a ride, a video game about it, because this was like Outlast / King Kong / Predator type of spookiness to it. And it's one of those spooky things where it's like you're out there, dinosaurs are trying to kill you, it's all quiet. There's this one dinosaur that has like echolocation, so you can't make much noise. And then on the later portion where we kind of see a place on fire and everything, I had also told my friend, like, bro, this reminds me of Halo Reach. Like, if you guys have played Halo Reach, or just look at a scene in Halo Reach where it was a bunch of burning buildings just on fire and people were trying to get out, it reminded me of that kind of situation. And I was like, damn, you know, if they went with like that level of that, then I'm like, okay, shit, this movie is good. I applaud the director as well, because most of the time with these kind of movies, directors don't do a good job, and it's just a very bland and pale action movie added with, you know, no fan service. But no, he added the fan service. He added all those phenomenal scenes, and what you'll notice, which is in my opinion very, very cool, the scenery changes, and it changes a lot, but it changes a lot where it makes sense. The setting of the place actually fucking matter. Like, it actually matters to what the characters are doing and towards the problems that the characters are facing. And, you know, I'm just gonna say this. There's this one cliche moment where in the end of the movie where the T-Rex is like behind this circle thing and has this sideways view. I thought that was pretty cliche, just because, you know, that's the logo. So, you know, that was like that. And then there are one or two more, but for the most part, I was just like, shoot, this is good. This is a very good movie. You know, and with the horror stuff, like the spooky thriller type of Jurassic World type of thing, that was put a lot better than the first Jurassic World movie. And I kind of remember the first one a little bit, but not too much. I think there was some like thriller horror type of scenes, but not as much. Your good guys don't die, you know. So don't expect that, especially since it's a Jurassic World movie. There are people that do die, and some and like, in my opinion, most of the death scenes are very, very gruesome. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Like, nowadays, Hollywood's like, all right, you know what? Our movies are sucking ass. Let's add some gore to this shit, right? Let's put some blood in there for our edgy viewers, for a teenage audience. And it was good. It was good. Personally, I think what would be best is go in there with low expectations, and then watch the movie. But you know, after me telling you this, you're probably gonna be like, okay, now I want to watch the movie. Even if you don't, you'll still very much enjoy it. There's no like dull moment. There's no dull moment at all in this movie. And I think that was the issue with the first one. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I feel like this is a constant thing with my movie reviews. Trust me, guys. Don't trust me in rating movies, because I have one of those mindsets where, you know, you should enjoy any movie, no matter what, unless it's like absolute garbage. But yeah, I don't know if I'm too late with this movie review. Even if I am, I'm still uploading this bad boy. You know, that's why it's on YouTube. Anyways, with that, hope you guys are doing great. I know I am. And as always, peace. Adios.